In today's video, I'll show you some cool ideas and hacks for your Lego minifigures. Don't forget to like before watching, and let's get started. You are on the Sewer Parts channel. Although Lego minifigures are quite mobile, you cannot create many different unusual poses using standard methods. Here the legs bend either forward or backward, and we'll take a default figure and try to come up with different unusual poses for it. For example, this crab pose. You just need to take two legs and hands and connect it all. You can use it for cool photos of your figure, or for Lego animations. Now let's take these same legs, add a couple of plates, and we'll get this yoga pose. Well, or the lotus pose, as it is also called. The figure can also be placed on twine. To do this, let's take these legs again and just secure them a little differently. Well, since we're doing different poses for our figures, it's also worth adding a couple for the karate figures. For example, this fighting stance, or a pose with which you can fly into doors and windows, just like in action movies. Oh, and of course, how can you not get down on one knee? This is how you can propose marriage to your favorite Lego figure. Let's take a box with a heart-shaped ring and a bouquet of flowers. And by the way, I forgot this. Most likely you sit your Lego minifigure on the toilet in the usual way, simply by bending your legs. Or you can seat it more realistically. To do this, we take out both legs and simply put them side by side. It turns out like this. And don't forget a roll of toilet paper. Well, since I said that, you need to get your legs. Now I'll show you how to disassemble minifigures. I'm sure all of you have done this, but did you do it right? Question. First, let's remove the head. You just need to remove it by moving it upwards. If you twist it from side to side, the print on your neck will wear off. If you need to pull out the legs individually, then this is done with this sideways and downward movement. Why? Because the mounts are slightly tilted downwards. And if you just pull to the side, they will wear out, and over time the legs will dangle. And if you need to pull out the legs entirely, then pull them out with a straight motion, without swinging them to the sides, because this causes the sides of the torso to crack. But it's best to reach your hands by turning them towards your back. This makes them easier to reach and causes less damage to the torso. Although I know many people reach out like this. Because of this, the sides of the torsos again crack. Minifigure hands are quite a versatile item. They can be used to customize weapons. There are quite a few realistic weapons in Lego, and we can take the Star Wars blaster and add a black hand. It will work as an additional handle, or as a magazine with cartridges. Or you can add two hands and you get legs like this, like a sniper rifle. You can also use hands to make a cool roof. We'll take a plate and a lot of hands and we'll insert them like this. I'll say right away that it's a little difficult to do, but it turns out very interesting. I have a tractor set like this from the 90s, and recently I noticed this part in it. And I decided to insert the hands from the figure into it, and they fit in there perfectly, and the legs fit perfectly here. And I decided to make a figure with two heads. The result is such an unusual minifig. It can be used in zombie apocalypse creations and as some kind of monster. It really depends on your imagination, but in my opinion, this is really unusual. If you have 6 minifigures, you can remove hair or hats from them and connect them into a ring. Looks like some kind of trick from gymnasts in the circus. Well, or you can use it as a bracelet. And your favorite figures will always be with you. True, if you walk around with such a bracelet, they may look at you strangely. But you can make a lot of things from the heads of the figures. For example, you can make vases from transparent ones and put some plants there. You can also make lamps from transparent heads, like street lights, place them on your nightstand. And if you take another 1x1 round tile, you can make a jar for a minifigure. From yellow heads without a print, you can make a bed of melons, or with some other vegetables and fruits. It's up to you to decide. And if suddenly you are running a clothing store, then you need mannequins. And they also need heads without print. If you don't have any of these, there is a super easy way to remove prints from your figures. This is the simplest eraser. I already showed you this method, but suddenly no one saw it. The arms of regular minifigures can only be moved in one plane. It's back and forth. I have this figure from the Belleville series and her arms move in one more direction. They can be placed to the sides, and I'll show you how you can do the same in a regular figure. There is one interesting trick. You need a Lego small rubber band. We need to remove our hands and insert the elastic like this. We will also need tweezers to pry the elastic. And then we'll insert the arms like this. Now the figure can be happy. Or it could be the figure of a muscle man who evaluates his shape in the mirror. Or it could be an agent who has 2 guns. Well, in general, I think you can come up with a lot of things with such fastening of the hands. The last life hack is one of my favorites today. I take the legs of the figures and the torso. I take out hands, and I make this clothes hanger. The main thing is to take torsos with prints that do not have body parts. For example, necks. It's better to have a plain torso. This can be used in your DIY projects with interiors. This concludes today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new videos. And also write in the comments what other tricks and life hacks, with minifigures that I didn't show. Bye everyone.
Bitch, you better not. In my room, I be my cup, nutted in my sock, nutted in my sock, nutted in my sock, keeping that door lock, bitch, you better not.